Hey everyone, let's dive right into a major story making headlines. Arizona Attorney General Kris Mayes has launched an investigation into former President Donald Trump's recent comments about former GOP Rep. Liz Cheney. During a campaign event, Trump suggested that Cheney, a vocal critic of his, would change her stance if guns were trained on her face. These comments have been widely condemned, with Vice President Kamala Harris calling them disqualifying for a presidential candidate. Trump, of course, defended his remarks, calling Cheney a war hawk and claiming she kills people. He accused the media of creating fake outrage and maintained that his words were not intended as a threat. However, May's investigation will assess whether Trump's statements constitute a death threat under Arizona law. Now, the Trump campaign has yet to release a statement on the investigation. Meanwhile, Cheney responded to Trump's comments by condemning them as dictatorial and a dangerous escalation of his rhetoric against political opponents. This incident has reignited concerns about the former president's use of violent language. But this isn't the first time Donald Trump has been criticized for using violent language. Throughout his public career, he's repeatedly made comments that many interpret as inciting or glorifying violence. His rhetoric has often targeted political rivals, journalists, and minority groups. Remember, during his 2016 presidential campaign, Trump encouraged violence at his rallies, even suggesting he'd pay the legal fees of supporters who assaulted protesters. He's also made disparaging remarks about women, immigrants, and people of color, often using language condemned as racist and xenophobic. His use of violent rhetoric escalated during his presidency, culminating in the January 6th Capitol riot. A mob of his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol building. While Trump has denied inciting the violence, his words and actions in the lead-up to the attack have been widely condemned. So, Trump's recent comments about Liz Cheney are part of a larger pattern. He has repeatedly used violent language to target his opponents and critics, both during and after his presidency. These threats have extended beyond verbal attacks, with Trump suggesting that his supporters should take physical action against those he deems disloyal. One notable example is his suggestion that former General Mark Milley should be executed for treason. He's also shared violent imagery targeting political rivals, including a video depicting President Joe Biden being hogtied. These actions have raised concerns about his willingness to incite violence against his perceived enemies. Legal experts warned that Trump's rhetoric could have dangerous consequences, particularly if he is re-elected. They argue that his words could embolden his supporters to commit acts of violence and that he could use the power of the presidency to target his opponents. So, what do you think? Are these just words, or do they pose a real threat? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Stay informed, folks. Thanks for watching.